During a countryside trip, I saw a group of my friends playing a silly game. They had hung an empty water bottle from the top of a tree with a rope, making it swing like a pendulum, and they were taking turns trying to shoot it with a rifle from a distance. I approached them and decided to give it a try. I asked, "What's this? A rifle? How do you shoot with it? What's the goal? Hitting this bottle? Let me try." Without thinking, I pulled the trigger, and the bottle shattered into pieces, with my friends gasping in astonishment. Later, I learned that they had been trying for an hour and that 3 of them were award-winning marksmen, but they had all failed. If I had known all this, I would have surely failed too. It's the courage of ignorance. Without it, we wouldn't do anything because we expect to fail from the start. That's why I wasn't surprised when I read about the American student who entered the lecture hall late and saw an unsolved equation on the board. He quickly copied it down, assuming it was the homework. He went home and spent all night working on it until he solved it. The next day he handed it to his professor, who was astonished. The professor asked the student to explain himself. "This equation has no solution. How did you solve it?" Mathematicians throughout history had considered it unsolvable, and the professor had written it on the board as an example of an impossible equation. If the student had known this fact, he wouldn't have dared to try solving it. But he didn't know. Here, we must embrace the courage of ignorance and not think about the difficulty of what we're facing. This is the only possible way to succeed. If we let the ghosts of fear surround us before we start, those black, ferocious dogs will tear us apart before we take a single step. I don't know what you're facing, but remove fear from your heart and crown it with courage. What's coming is coming. Don't fear it, no matter what your resources are. Say to the future, "I'm waiting for you. Come and face me. This life is mine. This arena is mine. And this field is mine. I'm not afraid of what's coming, and nothing is impossible in my life. If the rules apply to everyone around me, I am the exception."